Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Saints going up against the Eagles.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. One of 2 spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. They go play action here on first down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. This is Ajayi. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Now it's Ajayi. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep down. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 39 that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I believe I understand where the offense was going there. They just hit a big pass play, thought they could fool him with a run, but maybe they overthought it a little bit. Just hit a nice pass, come back with another one, keep the momentum going.
Now Breeze. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jordan Hicks in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback who wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
from midfield. Here's Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They run with a Ajayi. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Ajayi, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Breeze to throw on second down. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the fight. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. On play action, Wentz steps around, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. A beautiful fake. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Throwing now is Breeze. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Mike Bennett in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Kamara. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a play fake. Breeze being chased out left. And Gen's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Here's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. The 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Breeze to try again after the pick-6. Flushed out right. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here we go with 2nd and 7. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Jordan Hicks in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round. Hold that thought, Mr. Ridley. We've got a trip to the title game on the line. Folks are eager to get right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. To throw, it's Breeze. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Breeze will try again on second down. Shifts by him. Room here to run. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They run again with Ajayi. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Shedding through the defense. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. first and 10. Here's Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Here's Breeze to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion. From the gun on third down, Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I could just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said,
and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Derek Barnett in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Saints are back within a score. And he puts it through. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken about the 12. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake. Wentz dancing to his left. Now he'll throw. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, 65 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here?
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Breeze now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick-6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But just
and nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Flainer, 75 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays, those plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again.
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So it'll be first down here after the run. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Ajayi. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
On the run, it's Pumphrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
They'll run again with Pumphrey. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Caught on the left side by Ginn. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. Defense showing blitz. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 5 out of that one. And it moves the chains. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Shotgun now for Breeze. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far. Breeze now. And he's going to go down again. Brandon Graham in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. To throw is Breeze. That's caught by Meredith right side.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Nigel Bradham, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And he'll give it here to his running back. Finding room to the 20. And he is knocked down from the side at the 16. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play action. Now Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
They'll try and run it with Ajayi. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Once again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elliott now to kick this one away. To return it, Alvin Kamara. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. Breeze to throw on second down. Buying time, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Saints on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Breeze. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Breeze, got to have this one. It's complete to Flainer. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. And now here is another interception. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. This from 42 yards out. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
One final try here for Breeze. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And they have secured a spot.